What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 today. Continue with our Madden 17 projected ratings series. We're going to accomplish one of two things. Either one, get a quick look at what the Madden 17 rosters are probably going to look like. They may be working with me. They may not be. Who knows if they're really getting in touch with your most famous Madden Canadian on YouTube. But number two, if you don't want to make the change to Madden 17, you want to get the best community rosters to stay on Madden 16, make sure you download these. That being said, let me know in the comment section below if any tweaks that may need to be made, because I want to make the best rosters possible. 40 likes on this video, and I'll upload the next one immediately. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're looking for 15,000 subs by the time Madden 17 does come out. And that does it for that. Now we're looking at the Atlanta Falcons, jumping right in, right away, no fucking around. To the quarterback position, we gave Matt Ryan an 88 overall. Last year, 8-8 as a starter, 4,500 passing yards, almost 4,600 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, 16 picks. Maybe the 88's a little too high. I mean, Matt Ryan is definitely starting to legit, act like his nickname, Matty Ice. He is definitely cooling off. At one point, he was one of the best young quarterbacks in the NFL, and now it's just kind of like, is he just, a good player, not a great player, not a great quarterback. He's definitely in the territory of like an Andy Dalton, but I'd say Andy Dalton's stock is on the rise more than Matt Ryan's. We still have to give him an 88. I mean, it's one of those things. Is he really, good, or is it just the fact that he is Julio Jones, who's an absolute, just unstoppable force on the outside? You guys can be the judge of that, but if you think I should change it down from an 88, I could certainly do that. Let me know in the comment section below. Jumping to the running back position, one of the biggest surprise players last year was Devonta Freeman, who we gave an 88 overall. Really came out of nowhere, had 1,000 yards rushing, 11 rushing touchdowns to go along with 73 receptions, almost 600 total receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns through the air. So, I mean, 1,600 total yards, 14 touchdowns for a guy that a lot of people was like, oh, Tevin Coleman's going to be the starter. They drafted him higher. But Freeman's had an absolute outstanding season, so that's why we gave him the 88. And Tevin Coleman is still a talented back. We gave him a 75. Look at the fullback position. Patrick DeMarco, we gave it 89. A lot of people do regard him now as the top fullback in the NFL, rightfully so. He definitely paved the way more than enough times for Devonta Freeman to have that incredible year that he did in 2015. Look at the wide receivers. We gave Julio Jones a 98. I really wanted to give him a 99. I think if he had a couple more receiving touchdowns, I would have been easier to give him the 99. But, I mean, definitely him and Antonio Brown are the top 2 wide receivers in the NFL for me. 16 starts last year, 136 receptions. Wow. I'm picking number 2 in my fantasy football league. It's a PPR league, and I'm either going to get Julio Jones or Antonio Brown. I'm telling you that right now. 136 receptions, almost 1,900 yards, and only 8 touchdowns. I mean, if you guys think I should give him a 99, I have no problem at all. I just think because 8 touchdowns, that was a little bit lacking. We gave him the 98, but definitely could get a 99. They acquired Mohamed Sanu in free agency coming over from the Cincinnati Bengals. We gave him an 80. Devin Hester, 74, and that's pretty much all we get to talk about there. The tight end position, Jacob Tamme, we gave him an 81. I believe he's now voted the most hated player in the NFL for some reason. In 8 starts last year, he had 60 receptions, 650 yards, and 1 touchdown. So, I mean, definitely respectable numbers for the former product of a Peyton Manning offense. Jumping to the offensive line, left tackle Jake Matthews, 78. Left guard Andy Levitre, 83. Center Alex Mack, coming from the Cleveland Browns, a very good signing for them, 84. At right guard, the old-timer, former Washington Redskin Chris Chester, 81. And at right tackle, Ryan Schrader at 89. He had a monster year last year. This is a very good offensive line. And I won't be surprised to see the Falcons make the playoffs next year if they can get everything together. And Matt Ryan can finally get his shit on straight. Jumping to the defensive side of the ball, we gave Vic Beasley an 83 overall. Was one of my favorite players from last year's draft class. Didn't have insane numbers, but definitely you can see all the potentials there. 16 starts, 4 sacks. Maybe the 83 is a little high. You could probably be at like an 80 compared to some of the other rookies that performed pretty well last year. But maybe it's just a little bit of my bias, and I'm such a big fan of his. But I kept him at 83. But I could definitely knock that down if you guys think it's deserved. Look at right defensive end, Derek Shelby, the former Miami Dolphin, an 81 overall. Tyson Jackson also with a 78. Look at defensive tackle, Jonathan Babineau. We gave him an 85 overall last year at nose. They kind of run. It says here defensive tackle / nose tackle. In 4 starts, he had a sack and a half. He's definitely still very productive, even at 33 years of age. He's still being able to keep Rashid Hagman off the field at times. So these two definitely are very good players. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hagman take over as a full-time nose tackle there in Atlanta. So that's why we gave him a 77 overall. I mean, he was a hype monster coming out of the University of Minnesota a couple of years ago. Look at left outside linebacker Philip Wheeler. We gave him a 77 overall. Last year, Philip Wheeler, what did you do for me? Was he hurt? I'm not seeing his actual stats here. God, so unprofessional. I'm not really seeing anything from Phil. Oh, there we go. 2 starts, a sack, and 28 tackles. Don't know what. Maybe 77's unjust. I don't really know who will start there. They got Deion Jones in the second round at LSU. We gave him a 71 overall. But maybe 77's a little high for Philip Wheeler. He doesn't seem like he's the surefire starter there. It looks like maybe O'Brien Schofield might have started more games than him. Or Nathan Stupar. But that's not neither here or there. Look at the middle linebacker, Paul Warlow. We gave him a 76 overall in 14 starts. He had 2 interceptions, 4 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, and 60, 70, 80, almost 90, almost 100, just shy of 100 total tackles. They brought back Sean Weatherspoon. I don't know where the hell he was last year, but they did draft him. He kind of had some injuries and let him go, but they decided to bring him back. So we give him a 74. Stupar there, 72. We had a right outside linebacker, Courtney Upshaw, coming from the Baltimore Ravens. Gave him an 80 overall. Brooks Reed here was supposed to be a big signing. A lot of guys told me he did shit all last year, so we kept him to 76. Hopefully he can bounce back, because he was pretty solid with the Houston Texans. Looking at the secondary, Desmond Trufant, 91 overall. Low-key one of the top corners in the NFL. Last year, Desmond Trufant, I believe he made the Pro Bowl as well. 16 starts, 1 interception, 11 pass deflections, 1 sack, and almost 50 total tackles. He shuts down a couple tough wide receivers there in the NFC South. You know, you got to stop Mike Evans. You got to get Julio Jones in practice, you know. Then we get Robert Alford there with the 76 and Jalen Collins 71. We had a free safety, Ricardo Allen. We gave him a 76 overall. He definitely had a very nice season last year. 14 starts, 3 interceptions, 5 pass deflections, 1 sack, and just shy of 70 total tackles. And at strong safety, Kemal Ishmael. We gave him an 81 overall. Maybe that could definitely come down a little bit, because I wouldn't be surprised if they were expecting Keanu Neal to start there, who we gave it 74 overall. Big fan of him. Kind of surprised they drafted him where they did. I've already touched on this briefly in my Falcons draft videos. I definitely think they could have traded down and acquired more picks. I don't think, where did they get him? 17, I believe. I think he would have been there a little bit later, but I'm proud. He was an absolute animal for the University of Florida. You guys got a beast back there for sure in your secondary. Definitely can lay the lumber. Kicker Matt Bryan, 86, and punter Matt Bosher, 87. So definitely special teams is solid there in Atlanta. And there you have it. Those are the projected Madden 17 ratings for the Atlanta Falcons. As always, guys, 40 likes on this video. Upload the next one immediately. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Looking for 15,000 subs by the time Madden 17 comes out. And that will do it for me here today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out.